guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a vlog for you guys that has not gone up yet because I have not edited it yet. The bane of my existence is editing, and I have people in my life who want to help me with it, and then maybe I should let them because I've got several videos for you guys and none of them are edited. But I'm in a little bit of a reading slump. So I just went through all of the Blood and Ash and Flesh and Fire series, and this is the only book I have left. This one is basically just a catch up. It's got all the histories and the characters and glossaries of everything that's going on in the book. But I just finished the series. I pretty much banged it out. I've been reading it for a couple of months now, and over the last couple of months I've gone through a lot of books. So what we're on 8 books that I've gone through in the last couple of months. So this one is not really doing it for me. I'm about here right now, so I'm about 50 pages in, and it's just all things I already know. So I don't know what to read, and I thought this might be kind of a fun vlog to follow me for the weekend, and we're going to pick out books in interesting ways. I don't know if we're going to do it all the same way. I don't know if I'm going to pick and choose, like if I'm going to do like different methods. I have a jar full of all of the books on my shelves that are unread. I can guarantee you that not everything is in here because I did this a few months ago, and decent amount of time ago, actually, probably 4 months ago. So I know that there's a bunch of books that Nikki added to my shelves that are not in here. Plus there's library book sales that aren't in here, which is tomorrow. There is subscription boxes that are not in here. And then there's just, you know, I got bored and Pango called my name, or Book Outlet got me, or whatever, that are also not in here. So there's probably a good 100 books not in here. And I will stipulate that I'm not going to start some big intense series right now because of the books that I just finished reading. These are all of the Blood and Ash books. I've done 8 of them recently, and I need something different. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by picking a book. The only thing we have planned for this weekend is we're gonna go watch Inside Out 2 tonight, and then we have the library book sale first thing tomorrow. I did just get done with the gym, so I still look fabulous. I will be taking my shower here momentarily. I'm just waiting for my son to get out of the shower first because his showers are longer, and I'm just gonna let him use all the hot water. So I'm gonna go pick a book. I also have a husband that's willing to help me pick books, and I also have like a couple other, like I have a game, I have prompt jar, I've got all sorts of stuff, but we're gonna start here. I don't know if we're gonna do this the entire time or not, but we'll see what mood I'm in. If you want to see the live polls, please go to TikTok. I'm going to leave you guys on, but I'm going to go to TikTok now and explain what's going on and show them the first book. And then you'll get the actual vlog. They'll get the book pick as well as the did I like it or not. You guys will get the, you know, in-depth background, all that kind of stuff. Just give me a minute and I'll be back. This is what my jar looks like. They are teeny tiny. There is no authors on these, so we will have to wait and see if it's something that I can pinpoint, or if I have to, you know, go onto my app to see if I can figure out what book it was. So we are just going to dig. Oop, things are falling out, but I think I have one in my fingers. Okay. So right there. Beyond the Back Door. Nope, I don't have a clue. Let's go find it. All right, guys. So the book is called Beyond the Black Door, and I don't know what it is. So since my phone is just chilling here, we're going to go look it up because I don't know what this book is. All right, so this is the book. It's called Beyond the Black Door, and it says, Kamari was warned to never open the black door, but she didn't listen. Everyone has a soul. Some are beautiful gardens, others are frightening dungeons. Soul walkers like Kamaya and her mother can journey into other people's souls while they sleep. But no matter where Kamaya, I have no idea how to pronounce her name, visits, she sees the black door. It follows her into every soul, and her mother has told her to never open it. When she touches the door, it is warm and beating. It's like a pulse. When she puts her ear to it, she hears her own name whispered from the other side. And when tragedy strikes, she does the unthinkable. She opens the door. Okay, no idea. We'll find out. I'm gonna go let TikTok know really quick. Okay, so TikTok has been updated. I'm going to snatch my phone and find out if there is a audiobook to it, because audiobooks always make things easier, especially with books I'm not sure if I'm gonna like or not. It's on my shelf. So at one point in time, I was super excited about it, but it's been a minute. Okay, library does not have it. Let's see if it even exists. We will look on Audible to see if it's a thing. Depending on how much it is, I might buy it. I don't see it. Nope, there is no audiobooks for it. Audible doesn't have it, libraries don't have it. So I'm assuming that means that one does not exist. So we're going to try this out, and I will keep you guys updated on what I think of it and if it's a keeper or not. I will give you updates on this as well as what's going on in my life. And then we will move on to another book, hopefully later this weekend. So bye for now. I'll see you back in a little bit. Hi guys. So it's been weeks since I showed you guys anything from this vlog. And it's because it's taking me that long just to try to read this. I only made it 100 pages in, and I just wasn't feeling it. It kind of meanders. It does a lot of telling and not showing. It skips through some really interesting parts, and I cared for a little while, but I never got fully pulled in. And after 100 pages with no audiobook, it takes me too long to read books physically. And so I didn't used to, but I'm out of practice because audiobooks are just easier. But because of that, I need a book that's gonna pull me in, and this one just didn't. At 100 pages, we had finally gotten to meet or make it through the black door. The first 100 pages were just us going through the dream walking and having her mom teach us about it, and it was just not it. So we're DNFing. It's going to be unhauled, and I just pulled another one, and this one is called Mirror Girls. I don't know what this book is though, so I'll be back when I figure it out. Okay guys, that took me a straight up hot minute. This was buried over there in my thriller section. I didn't know this was a thriller. So the little excerpt at the back says, as infants, twin sister Charlie and Magnolia were secretly separated after the brutal lynching of their parents. Now, at the dawn of the civil rights movement, Charlie is a young black organizer in Harlem, while white passing Magnolia is the heiress to a cotton plantation in rural Georgia. The front does say twins separated at birth, reunited by a curse. And one of the little things on the back says it's a pitch perfect Southern Gothic thriller. It was a Barnes & Noble pick of the month, so hopefully it's good. I feel like you guys are really far away right now. So we'll see. I will try to update you guys. Like I said, this one just didn't go anywhere. So that one didn't get updated too much. Hopefully this one will get updated better. And I will be back. Okay, so I realized that with the last segment of this video that I was trying to make, I never showed you what I got at the library book sale. We were going to take you in and show you the library book sale, but it got really bad really fast, and it just was not plausible to be able to show it to you guys. They're a little unorganized, but I will show you what I got. I got like sequels to books that I already have on my shelves, and they were only $1 each. So you know what, honestly, if I ended up hating them and I have to unhaul them, at least I'm supporting the book library. So we have the Julie Kagawa book, The Soul of the Sword. These are all library copies. They all have the plastic still on them. They are all stamped, but honestly, they are favorites and I could always replace them with pretty copies later. I have the Girls of Storm and Shadow, which is the Girls of Paper and Fire series. I got All's Well by Mona Awad. This one looks brand spanking new, and that one was not a library copy, but I think everything else is. We got Queen of Ruin, which is the sequel to Grace and Fury. I got A River of Royal Blood, which I'd never heard of, but it sounded interesting. There was one other one there that sounded interesting, but it was like the third and it had no ratings at all. So I was a little bit worried about it not being able to find the first two. And then I also got Between the Burning Worlds and Suns Will Rise. I can't remember what the first one's called. The System, I don't remember. It says System of Divine, book 2 and 3. And I don't remember the number 1, but it is on my shelves. I did look. So these are the books that I got from the library book sale, in case you were curious and wanted to know, since I never got back to you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so I will see you after I start my book. Bye. Hi guys, so I just finished Mirror Girls, not yesterday, the day before, night before, late at night, the night before, that's what it was. Yesterday I just edited, so I didn't do any reading really, but I did just finish Mirror Girls recently, and it took me a whole day to read it. I got it on audiobook from the library, and I had a 3 a.m. shift that I was able to listen to about 45% of this, and then hubby had a 5 p.m. shift and we finished it. This book was really, really hard to listen to. I did give it like 4.25, so Goodreads has it as 4, Storygraph has it as 4.25. I'm able to give much more accurate ratings on Storygraph, but you know, that's just the way that Goodreads is. This book was really hard to read. It was extremely hard to listen to the atrocities of things that happened to people in the South. And it makes me so angry that this kind of stuff happened. And it's not even like this happened a long time ago. We're talking, this happened the year before my dad was born. So my dad was in this world when this book took place. This book is definitely has some speculative fiction aspects of it. It's got ghosts in it. It's considered a horror. It's not horror unless you think of the fact that anything revolving the civil rights movements was pretty damn horrific when you look at what these poor people had to do to get recognized as human. Me and my sons were talking about this after we finished it, and we had this really long discussion about the fact that we're thankful that as far as we know, we don't have any relatives that came from the South. But the biggest part is that it makes me hate my ethnicity, the color of my skin, because race is a social construct that it doesn't matter, because we're all humans, we're all the same species, we just have different ethnicities, which just say where we're from. I don't think that the color of your skin has any bearance on what kind of person you are. And the fact that so many people care so much about that drives me insane. It blows my mind that racism was so bad. I don't even know how to talk about this. It makes me so angry how people were treated. It makes me so angry how people are still treated. my son made a very obvious, you know, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? He made a comment that it just made me even madder. That we were talking about what rights our animals have as pets. Our dog has rights as a pet to have a nice home, to be protected, to be fed. And that is not something that Black people were allotted. They weren't allotted the same rights that my dog is. What kind of garbage is that? What kind of horrible people allowed that to happen, who keep wanting that to happen? To this day, people are still trying to make this happen. And it just angers me to no end. And so I spent a long time during this book very angry at the color of my skin because of what people who look like me have been doing for such a long time, simply because someone else's skin is a different color. Nothing else matters. Everything below our skin is the same. We have the same internal organs. We have the same bones. We are the same people. We just have different skin colors. And I don't understand. I just don't understand. I was not raised in a household that talked about this at all. I wasn't raised in an area that really talked about this. Yes, it was obvious that my city was predominantly white, but as far as I know, no one treated the Black kids any worse. I could be wrong, but I never saw it. I never heard it, because that's not something that I would be okay with. And I can't imagine somebody else, any decent person, being okay with this. And if that's how you think, please go away and never come back, because I don't want you anyways. I only want people watching me on my channel, commenting, whatever, that care about other human beings. And I think this is something that people should read. Is it speculative fiction? Yes. Is it YA? Yes. But the message behind it is very palatable. It's an easy way to get the information about how people were treated during the civil rights, why the civil rights was so necessary, and why the fact that we have people today that are trying to take us back to this is so wrong. Side note, audiobook was great. The girl who voiced Magnolia, when she does her southern drawl and she whines in her southern drawl, it is really annoying. It just grates on that spot in your brain. It's like, oh God, please stop doing that. So just be forewarned that Charlie is fine. She's got a New York accent. She sounds like a northerner. She doesn't have the drawl, but Magnolia does, and she is whiny during a decent chunk of this book. And when she whines, it's really grating on your nerves. But they both did a great job. It was a wonderful book. It was very well put together and very fun to listen to. Fun to listen to. If this book can be fun to listen to. I don't even know how to talk about this because there's so much in there. But the story itself was great. The emotions behind it were gut-wrenching. The theme behind it was gut-wrenching. And she does have a bunch of stuff in the back about where she researched it to be as authentic as possible. But yeah, this one was hard. It was very good. It was very hard. So I already picked my next book, and my next book is Magic Study. And it took me no time to find it because it was right there in my big box set. I have a whole box set of the whole thing, and I had to dump them all out because Magic Study is number 2. We are not going to do number 2. We're going to do number 1. Once I finish number 1, I will keep plodding along. If I like them, I'll keep plodding along in the background, but I am only doing 1 for this particular video. Even if they are interconnected standalones, I'm still going to do number 1 because my brain won't let me do that. So I will be putting Magic Study back into the pot to get picked again, because I'm not technically doing this book. I'm technically doing this book. And this one is about this person who is who does something wrong, gets thrown in prison, and is offered to come out to be a poison study or to die. And it's basically a death sentence either way, but they figure that they have a better chance being the poison taster than they do in jail. So they go ahead and take the offer and become the king's poison taster. If I'm wrong about that, I will find out. I know that that's the basis behind it, but I'm not positive who all the people are. I heard about this book a really long time ago. Reagan, I can't think of her name at the moment. I will put it here, Reagan's YouTube name, but she read this ages ago and absolutely loved it, and that is why I grabbed it in the first place. And I've had this set for a ungodly amount of time. So this little thing is doing its job. So far I have unhauled one book, I have loved one book, and this is the next one. I will try to take you guys more places so you're not sitting here the whole time, but no guarantees because I do suck at this. The reason you sit here is because it's easiest to film my TikToks here because I have a desk. But I will try to take you out to the real world and show you more of life. But if not, I will come back when I'm done and I will. Okay guys, I am done with my next book, and that one is Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider. It really gave me a lot of vibes that like Throne of Glass would give me. It has a girl who was a killer who was on death row, and she was offered the chance to get off death row by being a poison taster. And then it has her and the captain of the guard and their tension and their kind of tit for tat, like almost romance, but it's not a romance, it's just borderline romance. And I don't know, it just gave me Throne of Glass vibes. So if you like Throne of Glass, definitely go for this one. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I have not gone on with the series yet. I have every intention to, but my library app told me that I got the Inheritance game, and I've been waiting for a hot minute for that one to come in. So I went to the Inheritance game instead. I am now a third of the way through book 3. So I have really zoomed through the Inheritance game recently. So I will get back to this one soon though, and so I really enjoyed this. I want to keep doing this series. I just do a couple of books at a time. I am going to continue to use my jar for the next one too. I would like to have other people pick my TBR for me or use other games to pick them because I have a couple of other games available to me. And so for the next video, we're gonna do one more with the jar, and then we will move on to something else because I have got to make a dent in these books. It's ridiculous, there's too many. So quick overview. No, DNF'd it, don't know if there's a way for me to read this book, but it's been DNF'd, it's going away. We have the absolutely heartbreaking Mirror Girls. That was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It's definitely staying in my collection. And then we also have Poison Study, which I also liked very much, and I am looking forward to getting to the rest of the series, and I will do that soon. So here's my stack. 3 more books down. I've read quite a few books this month, and this is just helping me get through my ginormous backlist. So if you want to see the next book that I pull out of the jar, please come back and see me really soon, and I will get that one started right now. And I'll let you guys wait till the next one so I can tell you what it is. But we will be going on soon, so if there's any books that you guys want me to read, let me know, because I would love to pick some of your favorite books, as well as I'll have people in my life and other games. But for now, we're gonna stick with the TBR because it's fun and that's the mood I'm in. But I will see you guys again soon for more. Bye.